The split squat is a great exercise to build quad and glute strength. It's also great for grapplers and MMA fighters as it replicates the position you'll be in for shooting or takedowns. So what we're going to do here, we're going to stand square on and we're going to step one leg back. Now, the way I try to teach this is a lot of people, when they step back, they step on their toes, then drop their heels forward. The problem with this is, then what we're getting in the position of, in order to drop this back knee to the floor, we must first lift the heel up, and that's going to start this forward movement. And a lot of people have limited ankle mobility, and the stance they've taken isn't wide enough. So the way I like to teach it is I encourage to take the step back, and the step back you're going to do, if you go like that the way a lot of people do, see where your heel lands, that's where your toe goes. This then allows greater range of movement for the exercise. Now, there's two options you can do here. The first one is upright, and this is going to focus more on the quad. The second is a slight lean forward, and you're going to drop your knee back, and you're going to feel more of an emphasis on the glutes. For this exercise, it's important to remember the core stays tight, and we don't want to be all over the place. We want to keep ourselves square on. You can start this with body weight, so lean forward slightly, and drop the knee towards the floor, touch it, and then back up. Don't pile into the floor. Touch, up and down, nice and controlled. Think of the back leg straightened out, but the front leg stays bent with the quads and the glute loaded at all times. In other words, don't lock the leg out like so. The other option is straight back up, and we're here. To load this exercise, we can do 2 weights or 1. I like to focus on 1 and use a heavier weight as opposed to 2 lighter weights, because again, that's going to create more stability factor in the core, because if you're loading one side and not loading the other, it requires the core to work harder to stabilize. Hold the kettlebell in the suitcase position the first off, and all we're going to do is lean forward for the glutes, drop the knee down and up. The other option is in the rack position. For this position, you're going to have to stay upright tall. Switch legs and repeat.